When I create a video, the footage and the music choice is important, but there is another essential part, and that is sound effects, or SFX. A lot of my work consists of creating documentary or travel videos, and I rely a lot on SFX. As always, I wouldn't tell you guys to use something if I didn't use it myself. Before I get really into it, don't forget to check out the link in the description to get an extra 2 months of your subscription if you subscribe now. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this one. This is Flo from Off to Lens, and let's jump into it. So first of all, what is Artlist? I've talked about it before on the channel, but essentially Artlist is a website where you can find musics for your projects. I have been using it for 3 years now, pretty much every week. And to be completely honest with you, I don't think I would have been able to produce that many videos without it. What attracted me to Artlist in the first place is their system. 1 subscription, 1 universal royalty-free license, and unlimited song downloads. But now let's focus on sound effects. Reasons why I use SFX. It makes your content more immersive. SFX are a great way to immerse your audience in what they're seeing. It creates another level of realism. It is a bit like editing. When it is done well, you don't notice it, but it is there and is as important as the footage or the soundtrack. It gives the audience the best experience. To me, it's worth spending time on anything that will enhance a viewer's experience. I want my audience to feel connected to what I create. If the footage looks cold, I want them to feel that. If I'm near the ocean, I want them to hear the waves. It makes shooting easier. What I mean by that is that if you don't have to worry so much about audio, you can concentrate more on the actual footage, especially if you're on your own. When I create travel videos, for example, I don't always bring a mic. I like to have a minimal run and gun setup, so I just use the internal mics in the camera for reference and then build on it in post. This applies to B-roll for documentary work, but also to travel and personal videos, for example. So why Artlist SFX? I have always used SFX in my work, whether it was just to add the sound of wind or to create complete atmospheres. And I do most of my work in Final Cut Pro, and I actually use the sound library a lot, but it has its limits. As I started to create more and more videos, I started to look for more detailed and specific sounds. For example, a couple of months ago, I was editing my video Ode to Winter and needed the sound of ice cracking to go with the micro footage of frost that I had captured. There was nothing in Final Cut that would work, but Artlist had heaps. Here's the sound that I decided to use. And here's the same footage without the sound. How it works. So when it comes to searching for SFX, I found it easier than music because it is much more specific. It isn't so much about creating a mood, but more about bringing back what the atmosphere was when you capture the specific footage. On the website, you can access direct compilation that are organized by themes. So for example, you have elements such as water, or places like cities, oceans, and even genres like science fiction or horror. If I click on weather, for instance, which I use a lot, you then have subcategories like rain, wind, and storm. And you can also type actual words if what you're after is very specific. This is what I did for the ice sound. On the left, there's a few tabs as well for essentials, ambience, or musical. For my work, I need SFX that help me create a world around my content, so I often look for ambient sounds, but you can of course search for transitions or impact sounds as well. Examples. Now I want to show you examples of how SFX can help. Like I have mentioned before, the sound of this video was created only using SFX found on Artlist. Here is another example of SFX in one of my other videos. SFX can help your videos in many ways. You can use a lot to create whole atmospheres, or just enough to elevate your content to make it more immersive. For $149 USD a year, or $12.41 monthly, you get unlimited SFX, universal license, unlimited downloads and projects, new SFX every week, and a lifetime use. Also, at the moment, until April, anyone that decides to get an Artlist or SFX subscription will also get a free VFX pack, which is pretty sweet. That's it from me for today, guys. Hopefully this was helpful to you. Again, don't forget to use the link in the description to get an extra 2 months when you subscribe to Artlist for their music and/or SFX. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.